Well, this moment in Moscow would be, I'm just doing the math now, 5 in the morning, which means that these moments are pre-taped and pre-planned. So he has obviously created a sequence of events that he is now rolling out. And part of that sequence of events seems to be Russian military action against positions within Ukraine, justified as a defense of Russians or as a rejection of Ukrainian occupation of what they now recognize as independent states, which of course are not states at all. So this appears to be part of a pre-planned Kremlin playbook to launch this invasion further into Ukraine. We don't know how far they will go. We have to hope that they don't try to take Kiev or the whole country. That would be an awful humanitarian catastrophe. But even with what they're doing, it seems to be on its way already.
Right, right. I just want to bring in some of the most latest flashes, Kurt, and I would want your reaction to that. Putin is saying on Reuters, being quoted, "We do not plan to occupy Ukrainian territory," and he's calling on Ukrainian soldiers to immediately lay down their weapons and go home. This is what TASS, which is another state agency in Russia, this is what TASS is quoting the president as saying. I mean, obviously there's a blame game on out here. Do you think any reprieve on the whole situation with regards to NATO and Ukraine's position in the NATO would help right now as a diplomatic solution?
Well, nothing in what you just said about Putin's statement had anything to do with NATO, nor does anything regarding NATO have anything to do with the current crisis.
Sure. No, I'm just saying that that's been his long-standing demand, right, on this issue. Because he's also said that further NATO expansion, and it's, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Ambassador. I just want to bring in, because he's said very much on IFAX that further NATO expansion and its use of Ukraine's territory is unacceptable.
Right. And this is a consistent talking point that you hear from Putin and the Kremlin, that it is NATO to blame for the current conflict. There is no progress of Ukraine joining NATO. There has been no talks about that. It has been, what are we now, 14 years since 2008 when NATO said, okay, Ukraine can be a member, but we're not ready. Nothing has happened. All of the things that we're seeing now are of Putin's origin, not NATO's origin or not a Russian reaction to NATO. This is Russia trying to reassemble a Russian empire in which it believes that Ukraine is an integral part of Russian civilization. 99% of Ukrainians reject that. They do not see themselves that way. But that doesn't matter to Putin and to Russia. They feel that they have a right to overtake Ukraine. And so we are seeing that play put into motion right now.